It took nearly 35 years, but Shirley Shackleton has finally made it to her husband's grave in Jakarta. Greg Shackleton was killed by Indonesian troops at Balibo as they invaded East Timor in 1975. His widow is in Jakarta, hoping to overturn Indonesia's ban on the Australian feature film which depicts the murder of the Balibo Five. Indonesia correspondent Matt Brown reports.
Nearly 35 years after her husband Greg was killed by Indonesian troops in East Timor, Shirley Shackleton has made it to his grave in Jakarta. But here she found no consolation.
I think the fact that they weren't sent to Australia is insulting to the families.
Greg Shackleton and 4 other Australian newsmen were killed by invading Indonesian special forces in 1975. Their remains, burned beyond recognition and mixed together, were buried by Australian diplomats in Jakarta. They were moved later to make way for a building site, and Shirley Shackleton wants the remains exhumed.
The certainty is what we want. It's cruel to let this go on. It's so cruel. And I would like to be released from being beleaguered by that cruelty.
The Australian feature film Balibo depicts the killing of the journalist, but it's been banned in Indonesia.
Film, kalau ingin mengungkap suatu kebenaran.
Film censor Tejo Baskoro says it's violent and fails to show the Indonesian government's side of the story. But Indonesian journalists have gone to court to overturn the ban. At 78, Shirley Shackleton's still pushing to expose the truth, and she testified that the film's depiction of the murders is based on the findings of an Australian coroner.
Their hands were in the air, giving themselves up.
However, the judge dismissed her testimony as second-hand. Indonesia still insists the men died in crossfire. Matt Brown, ABC News, Jakarta.